What if millions of government files were released, and buried inside them were shocking allegations involving the US president? Because that's exactly what just happened. On January 30th, 2026, the US Department of Justice dropped over 3 million pages of newly released Jeffrey Epstein files. And while officials say nothing here changes the legal landscape, one name instantly set the internet on fire: Donald Trump. So what's actually in these files and what isn't? Let's break it down. The DOJ says this release fulfills the Epstein Files Transparency Act. We're talking court records, FBI tips, emails, photos, videos, a massive archive pulled from Epstein's investigation.
We are producing responsive materials under the Act. We are also releasing today a letter we are transmitting to Congress and various internal protocols associated with our review.
Officials were clear about one thing. These files include raw tips, unverified claims, and hearsay, not just proven evidence. And that distinction matters. Trump's name appears largely because of his documented social relationship with Epstein in the 1990s, a relationship Trump says ended long before Epstein's crimes became public. Some FBI tips reference Trump attending social events where Epstein was present, claims of young women being introduced at gatherings, allegations tied to Epstein's broader trafficking network. Again, these are tips, not findings. Among the most explosive entries is an unverified FBI intake report from around 2020. It describes a woman claiming that when she was about 13 or 14 years old, she was assaulted by Epstein and Trump. The allegation is graphic, it is disturbing, and it is not supported by corroborating evidence, according to the DOJ. The DOJ has explicitly labeled claims like this as sensationalist and unfounded. No charges, no indictments, no confirmation. This isn't the first time such allegations surfaced. In 2016, a civil lawsuit using pseudonyms accused Trump and Epstein of rape at a 1990s party. That case was withdrawn, never went to trial, and produced no evidence. Trump denied it outright. The DOJ says the new document release does not change that reality. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche made a point to say the department did not protect President Trump.
Can you assure the American public that President Trump, like every other prominent person whose name came up in relation to the Epstein files, that all documents, photos, and anything relevant to him connected to the case are being released?
I mean, yes, I can assure that we complied with the statute, we complied with the act, and there is no, we did not protect President Trump, we didn't protect or not protect anybody. I mean, I think that there's a hunger or a thirst for information that I do not think will be satisfied by the review of these documents. And there's nothing I can do about that. But President Trump, of all the people in Washington, D.C. and around this country that have said for years the same consistent message about Jeffrey Epstein as President Trump. And so there's not been a change of course or anything, and certainly his direction to the American people and the Department of his direction to the Department of Justice was to be as transparent, release the files, be as transparent as we can. And that's exactly what we did.
Meaning, if Trump's name appeared in documents, it stayed in. But officials stress that mentions are not proof, and that many submissions to the FBI are false, exaggerated, or politically motivated. There is no new case, no new charges, no verified evidence against Trump. What exists are unproven allegations preserved as part of a transparency release, not as conclusions. The Epstein files are disturbing, overwhelming, and messy, just like the case itself. They expose the scale of Epstein's abuse network. But when it comes to Donald Trump, officials say the documents contain claims, not proof. And until evidence changes that, that's where the story stands.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app